Today I am replacing knit cuffs in this vintage jacket, so in this video I will show you how I will do it. And first I will remove the old cuffs and I will cut the same lengths of the special ribbing material that I purchased on Amazon. I will leave the link below. So it's a special material that we can use for replacing cuffs, replacing waistband, on hoodies or on jackets like this. So I will cut the same length, and then to create the cuff I will need to stitch these edges together. So we'll open it and fold it in an open position, and I will stitch these edges together with my regular machine. And while stitching, make sure that you connect this like horizontal lines. Like in my case, those white lines, I want them to be connected. So when I stitch it and turn it inside out, it will be like continuous white line around the cuff. I will also direct seam allowances into opposite directions, so it will not be bunching along the seam. And now cuffs are ready, and I can stitch them to the sleeves. And the first I will connect the seam on the sleeve with the seam on the cuff. So I will take the cuff, I will check that all edges are even, and this at the level of the seam, I will flip it over around the sleeve. See, so I am putting the right side of the cuff around the right side of the sleeve, making sure that both the seams are aligned. Here I will connect these both edges, like all three edges actually, both edges of the cuff and edge of the sleeve, also putting these seams, all seams together, and I will pin it. So this will be the first pin. So then I will take the middle, you see, middle of the cuff, I will find the middle, and middle of the sleeve, and I will connect them also together. So at this point, I will pin the second pin. In general, while working with sleeves like this, I always pay extra attention on connecting all edges together at the same level, because we don't want to mess up with the length of the sleeve, right? We want to attach it to the same level. And also we want to make sure that it will be easier for us to stitch straight line along of the edge. So our cuff is also will have the same width all around the cuff, like all around the seam. So what I'm doing now is finding the middle of each of these halves on both sleeve lengths and cuff. And I also pin it together. So now I have 4 equal parts around the cuff, and I will even pin it in between. So I always prefer to pin extra pins, so this way I will distribute this excess length of the sleeve evenly around the cuff. So, and then it will be much easier for me to stitch it. And I would recommend you to do the same, so you will also avoid mistakes and will not need to redo it. And for stitching this seam, I will use zigzag setting. I will reduce the stitch length to 2 millimeters, and the zigzag, the width of the zigzag, I will set on 2, or maybe a little bit more than 2, like 2.2, 2.5. And with these settings, I will create a stretchy seam in opposite to just non-stretchy straight stitching seam. So when the cuff will be stretching around the hand, the seam will be stretching together with the fabric and will not break. So you can see now, it looks almost like a straight line, but you can see it's actually tiny zigzag and it's stretchable. So when you stretch fabric, the seam also stretches together with the fabric. So the first part of attaching a cuff is done. And yeah, now I need to attach lining. If you don't have lining, then you just need to overlock this edge, the seam allowances together, but I will attach lining since my jacket has lining. And to do it correctly, first I will put together the seam of the sleeve of the lining with the same seam of the sleeve of the main fabric. See, I will connect them together and I will pin them together. I don't care now where my seam allowances facing. I just want to have the seams together. Then I will go inside of the jacket, like in between lining and jacket itself, and I will turn the sleeve inside out so I can reach this seam easily. And then I will unpin this pin, fixing these two seams together, and then I will put the right side of the lining with the right side of the main sleeve, connecting these two seams, and then I will pin it again. I will make sure that both edges of seam allowances are aligned. Then I will also check the distribution of the lining around this edge, and then I will stitch lining with the same zigzag settings that I used for the first seam. And that's it. I will turn it now to the right side. I will show you how it looks from the inside, see, from the outside, and the cuffs are ready. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!